Hello everybody, this is Caledor Nation, coming back to you with a new campaign in ME of Prince Imrik of Caledor. So, let's get to it. I've got a number of mods selected and I'll link them below. So we're going to play on Legendary, we're very hard on battle. So let's go for it. So it's been a while since I've played in ME, and there's been a number of updates since my last post. So I thought I'd actually start the campaign from scratch, so that anybody that's interested in playing as Imrik can get some inspiration, or see what to do, or see what not to do, as may be the case. And we'll see how it goes. I've also got the ME time, the turn time destroyer mod, so hopefully that's going to reduce some of the turn times. And I'm kind of new to this recording business, so if anyone's got any tips for how to pause recording during, well, moments like this, or during the turn times, etc., just post them below. So if there's any software that you're using, I'm currently just using the recording software that comes with my laptop, MSI GS75 Stealth, which I got fairly recently to accompany me around the world. I'm travelling in Japan, just been in China, and prior to that was Indonesia and Australia.
Lord of the Pheonix Court.
Let me know how the sound is for you guys too. And of course I'm using Mixu's mods.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
I'm just going to turn down the sound as far as, yeah, let's get some of these turned down so it's not too overpowering. Hopefully that's better. And let's just check that we've got auto unit size. Yes, we have. Now, for anybody that's interested, I recently, as I said, did have a PC, which I think it was a 1070 I had, GX 1070, and I thought it was amazing, but since I've upgraded this, which is a 260, let me tell you, the amount of detail on this map is just insane. Like, there's all sorts of little areas, little details, like these horses that just weren't in the game before for me. Things like this, they just weren't there. They weren't there before. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there for anybody that's playing on a low rig and dreaming of upgrading. You know, get saving and do it, because wow, does it enhance the game. For me, I've always been more about playing the game rather than the graphics per se, but I have to say this has been extraordinary. Okay, so let's start the campaign. As Prince Caledor, my aim really is to... I've got three aims. Ultimately, my major aim is to recapture the Pheonix Crown, which was lost by Noctilus. Not Noctilus the Slayer, but I think it was Caledor the... what was his name? Caledor the Impetuous, or Noctilus the Impetuous, something like this. And the dwarves took it back to Karaz, which is around here. So my ultimate goal for this campaign is to attack the dwarves, sack or raise Karaz, and I'll consider that's when I've recaptured the crown, and then I'll have to head back to Uthron, to Pheonix Court, put it into the hands of Finubar, and or just crime myself. Why not? So that's my ultimate goal. To do that, I've got two mini goals for myself. First is to obviously unite to Uthron. How I'm going to do that is first by probably going up to take Tor Anrok, because Tor Anrok has gold mine, so I'll probably go up here, take this out, I know from previous campaigns I'll probably have to keep going back and dealing with public order issues. Also we've got Count Noctilus floating around causing trouble, so we'll have to deal with him. And of course we've also got the Drowned faction here, so we'll have to deal with those, and Skeggy. So we've got a number of enemies to deal with on this campaign map that we didn't on my previous campaign. At some point I might push up all the way here and go for the Sword of Cain. We'll see, I'm not too sure. Normally as a high elf faction, what I try and do is capture all of the internal, or capture or confederate all the internal realms, and let the outer realms deal with any threats until I've built up enough economy, and then I go out and do the exterior. That's certainly how I do it for the Vortex. But we'll see, because what I'd like to do is confederate with Lothlin, so I can keep the characters like Tyrion, Elariel. But I am actually using a mod, as well as Mixu's mods. I'm also using this mod which allows you, once you've destroyed a faction, you then can recruit their legendary lord. So what I might do even is go and take Lothran out and take Tyrion out straight away, so that I've got that as a financial hub, and then of course I can use Tyrion as well. And I'll have two really powerful melee lords. There's Belhanna over here, he'll be good to get because he's a good spellcaster. There's Elariel, also a good spellcaster, but we'll see. We're going to have to play by ear because we do have a number of threats to deal with now. So, right, enough to it. So we start off with quite a strong army, but quite poor finances, as you can see. We're in the red in terms of what's coming in. We've got some Dragon Princes, which are a late game unit. We've got a Sun Dragon, also late game unit, and Silver Helms, Archers, Spearmen. So as far as infantry goes, we'll just use Spears and Archers, and then we've got these as a bit of a hard hitters. What we'd like to, when I play without a mod where you can recruit a lord just by killing them, what I like to do is build up as much influence as I can, so that you can get people to like you and then confederate with them. But this should be a lot more simpler, if not a lot more bloody, because we'll be able to just go in and kill them in order to recruit them. So we're going to go for growth, and growth also on both of these. Now that does mean that we're going to be running low on income, but my hope is with rebellions and Count Noctilus we'll hopefully be able to get enough gold that we can
Defender of the Pheonix Throne.
We can keep the wolves from the doors. Now what we do have here in terms of recruitment is I like to do this 2 for 1, so 2 archers for every spear. Actually that means on this first turn we're going to need to do it this way around. The reason why that is that your spears can just hold the line and our archers are the killers really. But thinking about it, we do have these guys for killing as well, so okay, we'll do it like that for now. Let's see how we get on. And we're going to need to recruit that to get on the first step for our technologies. Once that's done, let's take a look. Now what to do, we can actually trade with Tyrion, so maybe we go to be friends with them and deal with all these threats first. Is he at war with Gothic in reverse? Maybe we can confederate with him a little bit later down the line. Yeah, let's concentrate on those guys first.
I cannot. As you say.
Alright, Tor Anrok, you're going down, and the rest is that's it, turn over. So let's see how turns go. I'm going to put allies down to low and off. Enemy factions will have heroes to low. We'll leave them medium. And then neutral I'll just turn them off altogether. Okay. So, how are you guys finding the latest update with the to the Lustrians, Blizzman and Skaven? Personally, I haven't come across the Skaven yet with their artillery and missile troops upgrade, but from what I've seen on the other YouTube channels, they look absolutely ridiculously overpowered. All that green lightning and green firepower going everywhere. So I'm a little bit cautious about going and tackling the Skaven now. I found them quite hard to deal with before with their artillery and their poison wind gobladiers. So we'll have to see how the AI is playing with them and recruiting them. Hopefully they don't just have a full stack of Gatling gunners.
Your decree.
Okay, so hopefully Count Noctilus is going to come and attack me here, and we can come to their rescue.
Protector of Elfwa.
Right, let's not chance it, because
Guardian of the Phoenix.
chances are he'll have a cannon.
Prince
I can't.
of Elfwa.
I wonder if we could take him out. He's quite hard to deal with, his Count Noctilus. He's quite a killer, you could say.
Guardian.
You know what, I'm going to try and ambush him.
Hidden from sight.
Let's see if he takes the bait. Hopefully he'll come to attack me and we can ambush him. We'll have reinforcements. Yes! Alright. Ambush is failed, but at least we drew him in. So what's the threat here? Okay, he's got the Necrofix Colossus. That's going to be a challenge. These guys are pretty trash. I'm not worried about them. They just need shields. We just ignore them. These guys can be really devastating. So they've got the range. Let's work on those and him first. In combat, these are going to be a challenge. So I think let's take these guys out with our archers. We use our cavalry to take these guys out, and then this guy, I guess, we'll also use more archers on him. Let's get to it. I must say that Mortal Empires is getting nice and packed with factions and variety now. I mean, I was so impressed with it when it first came out, but we're a year in and we've got so much more content. More Lizardmen, more Skaven, you know, Vampire Counts, Tomb Kings. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, we could just hide away in here because he's going to have his cannon blasting us. We could hide in here until the reinforcements catch up, which means we'll have to put a cannon out of the way, a dragon out of the way, for his cannons can be pretty devastating. There he is. I wonder if we should just send the dragon princes in to try and take him out. I'm missing a few mods at the minute. Looks like they've not. Yeah, they've not uploaded for some reason. But I'll get this fixed for the next upload. These should have Caledor themed apparel on them, so we'll get that fixed. Sorry about that. I've been trialing the mod manager that's done by Coloradrian, I think his name is. It's been working really good, but for some reason it's not. There's a couple of graphic ones missing. But hey ho, I'll get it fixed for the next game. Okay, so we'll just wait for the reinforcements to catch up, and they can go and deal with him. So yeah, let's get these guys moving down there. Get Get him in the front rank. Now these guys are going to put into skirmish, whereas these guys go for a more solid formation. Now, cavalry, a bit of a pickle there because he's got this terrain, so I think I'm going to hold my cavalry back. Just put you guys there to go and chase down any. They won't run away, will they? So I guess they'll just have to come in when they can. Let's get him over there. We're going to fly him around, see if we can blast some of these from behind. Oh, it's moments like this you really wish you had some magic, you know, get those flames and the Pheonix spells straight through there. Look at these guys. Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Okay. Deckhands, deckhands, deckhands. Death Guard, that's what I want. Depth Guard, I should say. Okay, you're going to need to get in there quick smart. Actually, I'm going to leave these back here. We'll see if we can draw the enemy in, bring our cavalry in. That Necrofix is going down, or he's punishing my archers. Of course, we are playing on legendary and very hard, so it's not going to be an easy fight. This. In you go, lads. Okay, Noctilus is going for my dragon, so let's get him out there. Some dragons are, you know, they're not bad, but they're not quite ready to be taken on big killer lords like Noctilus. Put them into formation and get them to go and spread out. Caledor, you know what you got to do. You got to go and take out Noctilus. Okay, let's get those cavalry support.
For duty.
Lovely. Should have perhaps used him up there, but never mind. Alright. Imrik, you're the descendant of Dragon Lords, Caledor Dragon Tamer himself. Let's see what you can do. Got a big spiky vampire pirate guy to deal with. Oh, he's got some arrows in him.
Dragon Princess. Understood. Silver helm by your command.
Okay, let's bring the dragon in for some help. Let's get him up in the air, cast one more press.
Prince of Alpha.
See if we can.
Dragon Princess. We will obey. Spearman.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt.
Understood.
Looks like his army's down, it's just him now. There we go. And it's done. Pretty good going, lads, for a first battle. Certainly will take the pressure off. It means he won't be floating around the oceans for, well, I guess at least 4 turns plus the time it takes him to get back from a base to us, the galleon's graveyard. But look at that, it's pretty big. 126 kills for him, and 203 for my dragon. So I'm going to go for experience at this point. We want to level him up as quick as we can. Should really time this end of turn and see how long it's taking with the ME destroyer. See what's the improvement. It seems pretty similar to what it is otherwise, but put the counter up here. I just haven't been paying attention. Okay, so 7 turns till you rebel. Can we get over here and take that out, or that out first before we go to those? Maybe that'd be better. Now that would be nice, but we can't afford it. So it's just a case of healing up and
preparing camp.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else we can do.
I will hear your words, but I...
Research, let's have it. I'll check this out as soon as it's healed up. How long is that going to take? 2 turns. Now, probably quicker if we did it in there, but I actually want to encourage a rebellion. So, okay, let's see how long this takes now. So 2, 2, 2, 2. Let's see how long this takes. Yeah, I'm gutted I haven't got the banners working. That's such a shame for this recording, because it looks so much better when you have the mods that change the shields and the banners. Yeah, okay, so that was about 40 seconds. Okay, so it's probably a 20-second improvement. That's not bad. I'll take that.
Defender of the Pheonix Throne.
Okay, we're on the money there, so let's leave that.
I will do my
I think if we're going to here, we should still replenish. We do, but not as fast. God darn it!
Sails now across the waves.
2 turns. All right. So I mean, it is the only problem with Prince Imrik's campaign is it's a slow start. You know, he's down here in the corner, and unless you go straight into Tor Anrok, which maybe I should do, it can be super slow. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what would you do? Would you go straight for Tor Anrok, or would you try and stay friendly with the elves first and nip over here? Before there was a Nagarath faction with Alith, I would go north because you'd have the Dark Elves coming in and they would take out Tor Anrok first, but now he's over here. It's quite rare for that to happen.
Dispatch me. I second this. Prince of Elfwat.
So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to take these out. So as part of uniting Uthran is that you say diplomatic with everybody else.
The Phoenix Court will hear your words.
Okay. Let's gotta get this water. It's probably going to take a turn or two. We'll sack that, we'll pick this up, and hopefully she hasn't got a big Leviathan as she does in some some playthroughs. I mean, obviously later on that makes sense, but goodness me, we don't want to deal with that off the bat. Mind you, I've got a dragon and some dragon princes, so but I'd like to keep it that way. I don't want to lose them early on. So let's go and have a look. Even though all these factions are out, High Elves are still my favourite. I've been a fan of the High Elves ever since the second edition Warhammer. I was probably only about 8 years old back then, but maybe just pick them way back.
Anchors away.
There we go. My older brothers were into the game. It's gonna be tricky. And
Order must be maintained.
yeah, we stayed fans of the game right until probably the 8th edition, I guess, but more as a lurker. We only actively played, I think, 4th and 5th edition, 3rd, 4th and 5th. But I really got into High Elves on the 3rd edition when, I think it's 3rd or 4th edition, when they released the all the plastic models, and you had Elthron versus Grom the Punch. And I have to say, my big wish is that we get Elthron the Grim and Grom the Punch campaign. I know on the forums a lot of people think that's not possible because it's a crossover from game 1 and 2, but I just really don't see that as an obstacle at all.
Faithful servant, your will is
I think
done.
it makes total sense. If anything, it's more of a reason why it makes sense. Okay, we're gonna have to fight this because we don't want to lose out too badly. But yeah, I think having a campaign for the greenskins would be fantastic because it would give them a chance to be upgraded. You'd have Grom the Punch starting off over in the Misty Mountains, and he'd have to go on a big war through the Empire and Bretonnia, and then over to Uthwan, to Wyvers, or Wiveress, whatever you say. And for Elthron, he'd be up in the Grand, fighting against the Dark Elves. I think, where he gets injured by a Witch Elf's poison blade. He was the only elven hero to successfully raid Nagaroth and make it back alive, should add. So I think he was in that campaign, and then he was like almost mortally wounded by a Witch Elf poison blade. But he was visited by the shade of his dying father, who told him about the attack of Grom the Punch. So, filled with rage, he came back from the brink of death to attack and reverse against Grom's invasion. So we've got to take this bloated corpse out before it gets too close, and Dragon Breath onto these deck droppers. Keeping my spearmen at the rear because there's no point in having them up close, because this is really predominantly a shooting match. Sylvain's going to have some cover coming through the trees. Let's get you guys off that way. Okay, now we'll bring them up. Okay. Charge of the Dragon Princess and the dragon. Boom. then they're going to be pretty much... Wow, look at that. Okay.
Prince of Elfwood, death to all, without question.
Silverhand's come in to finish him off. Lovely sandwich. Elven sandwich.
Acknowledged.
Just such a thing. Alright, let's move you guys so you don't shoot your own. There we are, nice and easy. So yeah, back to the Elthron the Grom campaign fantasizing. You could start in terms of the high elves. You could start it with Elthron coming back from the Grond, or raiding the Dark Elves and then having to get back, racing the clock to get back, and maybe him having some kind of poison wound that debilitates him. Meanwhile, the elves of Waverse are trying to hold up hordes of Grom. But I think that would be really cool in the Vortex campaign, because what you could do is, rather than just having chaos materialising every time you do one of the Vortex campaigns,
duty is its own reward.
You could actually
of Elfwood. Marching out.
Have Grom the Punch show up. You know, so that would just make the Vortex campaign a bit more interesting. And as well as providing the ME with a great mission campaign as well. So I know for the new players, perhaps you'll be wondering why I chose to do the or maybe you're wondering what skill points to attribute for High Elves and Prince Imrik in particular. So I'll just show you that on the next turn. But essentially, what I do is you go for, I think most people do, is you go for the movement buff first, and then you want to buff your, certainly it's a High Elf player, but it could be true of most factions, buffing their core troops. So I buff my spears and I buff my archers. Because probably, well, even into the late game with your Lothran Sea Guard, but certainly for the early and mid to your games, you're going to be using your spears and your archers. So you really want to give them as much of a boost as you can. Now what we've got here, Savage Orcs. Be at war with this faction 4 turns. Okay, that decides it. I was just wondering if I should come back here and take this myself and then deal with that bad boy, but I think even though I've got a dragon and dragon princes, that is just going to be too much to deal with. So we're going to go back here and we're going to deal with any rebellions. Yep, 2 turns. Go back here, deal with rebellion, and then we'll move up and declare war on Tor Anrok. So this is good. We've got a upgrade to our city already. So let's just show you what I mean about the skill points. So Route Marcher gives you 10% boost. Then I go for this one just to open up these two here. So first I go for my spears because they're the killers. So you got 8% ammunition. The next one gives you reload time reduction, and the third one makes it even better. You got 20% ammunition, 10% reload. Then we go for this one, 4+ defense for spearmen, 6 attack and defense, and then it goes to 8. So we'll do these. You could argue that the last two maybe aren't as good, but I like to get them all. Once I've done that, then really the aim is to get through here as quick as we can, because what we want to do is get Lightning Strike and Draftmaster Lightning Strike, and then get the all 3 of those minus 15 upkeep, and then get to this one and get another minus 8 upkeep for the Imrik's army. Get some other nice boost there. And some of the nice things for Prince Imrik, he gets boost to his economy for his industry buildings. So we do get choice of 2, or the opportunity for 2 industry buildings to begin with. We've got Iron Mine and Smelter in Falls Anvil, and then we've also got Exotic Animal Tamers, which I think does count as industry. So we'll certainly go for that later
What
on.
news? Going ashore.
Research, we're after getting new spears, which gives you 10% weapon strength buff. We go for, again, another reload reduction time for archers, so plus 15%. Go for that, and then we'll probably go for light cavalry, because that'll be our next recruitment, or maybe we'll go for this one. And I'll tell you what else we want to do is go for something like this, which allows us to seal the ports, and then we can start trading with more people. One of the challenges with the Prince Imrik is he doesn't have very good relationships with other factions, unfortunately. So it's not as easy to trade with the Empire, Britannia, and other factions. And I think that's because in the lore, Caledor is renowned for being haughty and disdainful towards other high elves as well as other races. So I'm guessing that's what that's about. But if we can't trade, then we'll just go and destroy them. Oh, evil laugh. So yeah, something else. I mentioned that I had 3 aims. One was to unify Uthron. One was to sack Karaz and take Pheonix Crown back. And I didn't mention what the first one. The first one was to defeat the Dark Elves. And the reason why that's going to be my first goal, or second goal after uniting Uthron, is I can't really go off to the old world and fighting the dwarves when you're going to have all the Dark Elves invading Uthron. So that's my first goal. But yeah, just quickly on what I hope for the Grom and Eltheron Ami kit could be, you start, I think Misty Mountain's here. So, I think in the lore he goes north through the Empire like this, and then down. So there's a lot can happen. Even the Empire can get a boost to its roster
Faithful
list.
servant, guardian of the Pheonix Crown.
Okay, next turn we've got a rebellion. That's excellent. And we can't afford any more troops, unfortunately. But
Prince, ready to march.
it's all good. Okay, yeah, so let me know if you know of a way that I can pause recordings during the in-between the action bits. Does that just make it a little bit more interesting for you guys? And there's only so much I can talk about in the breaks. So this could be trouble actually, this rebellion. It looks like quite a big force for an early game. Let's see what they've got. Hopefully there's not too many sword masters and bolt throwers and everything else, that'll be trouble. But when I used to play this game, I used to play as High Elves, I used to always worry about rebellions. But I've come to realise that they can be a real blessing, particularly in campaigns like Imrik's, because they allow you to level up fairly early on. Yeah, so the bad news was he's quite a high level. He's got Alpha Sea God, he's got Amigo's Bolt Thrower, he's got Wildlife Therese. Who knows what else that is? Probably pretty good. Good news is he's gone straight to siege my capital, so we're going to get the reinforcements to help us out. What's he got? Should we fight it?
It must be done.
Could be an auto raise, but I'm going to fight it. I'm going in. So, yeah, what's your favourite mod that you're using that's changed up your campaigns? Have you tried Mixu's mods? They're just amazing. They're really, really good. I can't recommend them enough. And also the graphical ones I'm going to highlight on the next playthrough. Okay, it's another one of these matches on the what would you call it, canyons or bridges over the canyon. It's a bit tricky for us because he's got a bolt thrower, so we've got to go to him because we're attacking. But the good news is we've got my dragon. We should really name him, shouldn't we? We can't just call him my dragon. We should get him a name. But we are going to get blasted to bits, because I think we're just going to have to go full pelt ahead. Just notice this. What the hell? Look how beautiful that is. Sorry, getting distracted by the geography there. But if we turn the sound down a little bit again, because maybe that's alright for you. Okay, now the good news is we can get these guys, our reinforcements, to come in and take any punishment from their bolt throw. And that means we don't have to spend turns trying to get these guys back up to full health. Just go straight into Tyrannon. So we'll put these guys here. Spears in the front, light archers, like the armoured archers I should say, at the back. This cheeky eagle. Okay, let's get my dragon over there. I reckon he's going to try and shoot me with this bolt thrower. Yeah, he is though. That's good because it buys them some time. Let's get him over there. Hopefully he'll keep following the dragon. It's that way. Yeah, he is, look, it's facing that way. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So let's just send him on a trajectory like that. So to give them time to get my archers in range to come and shoot this guy. Okay, I guess we should get some more you guys up there just to you guys up there. I'm not sure about you, maybe put you to there. Imrik, we want you in. Cavalry, we want you over there. Dragon, let's go on, get that from behind. Oh, I've taken a pasting already, look. Okay, we are going to need the spears to come in here. Well, that's good. We managed to intercept the flaming breath just before the cavalry lost it. So let's see how this does. Oh yes. Okay, that was well done. Let's get you out there because otherwise you're going to get shot. Okay, that's nearly gone. Okay, let's get you eagle out of the way. You don't want to go up against them yet. Let's take you out with the dragon, and then we'll charge you with the archers. Let's get you guys there. Okay, dragon and cavalry into these guys, please. Do 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 do. Serious charge. Lovely. I've got an eagle floating around here somewhere, that's causing problems. Two guys out there.
Prince of Caledor. Archers, for the king! Attack! For our ancestors!
Okay, I think we got this. Let's turn it up. Turn up the speed. Oh, nice. Blooming eagles a bit of a pain. Let's get him out. Cavalry on cavalry here. Mine's better, easily.
Forward! Acknowledged! To battle! Dragon Princes! Death to all!
They're not going to do well, are they? Ooh. Actually, they did quite well, considering. Okay, got one more of these. That's probably a bad idea. It's probably going to get half my own then. Let's have a look. Ooh, yeah, we did a bit. Sorry, lads, but I did finish them off. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, even though it's on legendary. Alright, they got a lot of kills there, didn't they? But thankfully, it wasn't from my main army, it was from the reinforcements, the city guard. So, okay guys, we're 47 minutes in, so just another 10-12 minutes to go. And then I'll wrap this up. Hopefully we can push into Tor Anrok before we close this one. So I'm going to try and post or load every probably 3 times a week. Let me know below if you're enjoying it or not. If you've got any recommendations, anything you'd like to see or me to go in a particular direction. And
it must be done.
An honor.
Defender of the Pheonix throne. Yuri Fair!
Maybe I should have finished them all off. Oh, there you go. Alright.
They must die for order.
So yeah, look, I mean, you know, rebellions can be a pain, but it's just give me an extra 3,000 to play with, and it's bumped us up a bit, so we can upgrade those two.
Your bidding.
We can't really afford any more troops, but you know what? I don't think we need it, because if you take White Peak, you can recruit from there. So, in that case, we can actually move up there a bit more. Lutheran, how are you doing? Attain, I should say. Okay, we could do that, but I don't want to. Don't mind if we've got rebellion. So, okay, next turn we take White Peak. Pardon me. Next time we take White Peak. Let's hope Tor Anrok, or Tor Anrok, I should call them. Let's hope their faction is armies further north. If that was the case, I mean, it'd be great to have an agent right now because we could send it up to scout. So maybe I should get rid of one of my farms and replace it with the hero producing, I think it's the Elven Court. It's a bit late now because I'll take a few turns, but that's what I should have done really, in hindsight. I've got a great mod that actually allows you to recruit Dragon Mage, which is an amazing, if slightly overpowered, hero unit, because they're a wizard, fire mage, but they're also not too bad in combat. They've got some good armour, and I think it's level 18 they get a Sun Dragon. So you basically got a fire mage who can launch devastating fire spells from the back of a Sun Dragon, who's also launching devastating fire magic. Fire breath. So. Okay, let's do it. Let's go in. You're going down to again, it's tricky because
their deaths are necessary.
It's an easy match, but I can't chance his army coming back and hitting us if we're particularly weakened. So should be easy, should be quick. And you're going down. I've got a mod, I'll link it in the description, that does better elven names. And thank goodness for that, because some of the ones CA gave them are just ridiculous. Kenneth springs to mind. Kenneth the High Elf. So this definitely makes it more lawful, which we're all about on this channel. Love the lore. So yeah, I'll probably talk a little bit more about the lore as we go through the campaign. Like I say, I have been Warhammer Fantasy Battles fan for many a year. And if you've got any questions about the lore, if you're new to the game or new to the background, just let me know. And it will be a privilege to share with you. Okay, you guys take that out. You guys take that one out. Push forward. That's on you, right there, that's on you, right there. What we want to do is we don't want to drive the Elven Reavers away, we want to keep them in range of our archers. So we're just going to put him there, and he can shoot down this line. And what we want is these guys to get behind them, so to drive them into our spears really. That's the cool thing to do. Okay, you can go to them, you can go to them. Archers, get in there. You get in there. Oh, you guys are so dead. You are so dead.
Following orders. Orders received. Be away.
Absolute carnage. Again, I'm so annoyed that I haven't got the mod with the realm shields and banners, because Tor Anrok looked amazing as well. But I'm sure most of you are actually using these mods anyway. But I just want to show them off to you. Alright. That'll do. So that was quick, wasn't it? That was 3 or 4 minutes. Some heated cake single kill. That's the problem when you go hero hunting, you don't get any kills. Have to remember that. Better to send them in the infantry. I can swing that big sword he's got. Has anyone looked at Imrik's sword? I'll have to show you when I'm next to the battle. It's huge. It's one-handed, but it makes it massive. Shield's massive as well. And I guess it's for the extra reach for when he gets on his Star Dragon. Which I think he gets at level 18 as well.
Glory to the king! You have no right.
Okay, we're going to occupy it. Because even though we like the rebellions these days, it can get a bit too much when you're trying to expand. Okay, so we've got a siege coming up, so we'll stick with them on the ground. Okay. Decisions. Do we stay with what we've got, or do we go in the red? a little bit, and
The people are restive.
yeah,
Direct me.
so we might struggle to take that out if we don't recruit more. So I am going to recruit more, and it's going to put us a fair bit in the red. But if we could take Tor Anrok straight away, then we're all good. Okay, so what we got? 5 minutes on the clock. Ooh, can I take Tor Anrok before this episode's over? Let's find out. How do you guys feel about live streams as well? I've never done one. Like I said, I'm fairly new to recording campaigns, but it can be nice. I've seen other people get some interaction, some good banter. You can have questions come through straight away. So yeah, maybe I'll do that too. And yeah, it could be fun because in real time you could be saying go here or go and take this faction, go and take that fortress or go for that resource. And you guys can really help shape the campaign. So yeah, let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in. That's great. Okay, yeah, let's go for this, and that means all the recruits get an extra 2+ rank. Then we'll go for that. So we're going to want to recruit.
What news?
I don't think we're going to quite make
Guardian.
it. Okay, we can take him.
Dispatch
We
me.
can't reach. I don't think we can reach. Can we reach? I don't think we can reach.
Guardian of the Pheonix
No, we
Crown.
can't. Alright, so it's going to be the next turn. Now, I could go for that, but it's going to put me well and truly under. I don't think I'm going to need it. Famous last words, people. If Tyrannok's army suddenly appears from up here, fighting the Dark Hells, or normally has that fortress gate, we're in trouble.
Defender of the
But
Queen.
we're going to risk it, and maybe we'll do this on the next turn to give us that boost in the siege. Okay, we've got 3 minutes till we hit the hour. Yeah, I think we'll just push ahead. We'll try and get this battle in. Try and take Tor Anrok, and then we'll wrap it up. It's Monday here in Japan, and Game of Thrones episode is season 8, I guess episode 4 I think it is out tonight. So we're going to snuggle down and get behind the duvet to watch that. The Battle of Winterfell was the last episode, and I think anyone that's ever played a strategic or tactical war game was all shaking their head. Or anyone's in the military, just like, what are they doing? Why are they putting the infantry outside the walls? Why, are they sending the light cavalry in, and all this? But it's still great TV, and I still love everything about it. Okay, excellent. So we even got the mission of what we were going to do anyway. So we get an extra bonus if we take this. Okay, we've got to press the
For order.
continue siege, and we're going to do this. This will give us the ability to blow up walls. This will give us the 18 option, and we get a nice. None of these are going to come in handy, unfortunately. Don't think that's going to be any good for us because
My prowess is needed.
I don't get that. Now, can someone tell me? Does this give you a +40 to your weapon damage, to piercing damage, but then minus the enemy's chance to hurt you? Is that what that does? Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. We'll go for it anyway. But it doesn't make sense to me. Why? Because the way I read it, it's like it sacrifices weapon damage from piercing. So let's have a look. Melee attack. Yeah, doesn't seem to do anything at all. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Let's get into them. Now, again, for any beginners, this is how I do sieges. I never really bother with siege equipment unless they have, late third tier walls and they have a big army inside. In which case it is always good to have some siege towers just to help protect your troops as they rush to the walls. But aside from that, I mean, if you're playing something like Skaven and everything like those big warpstone catapults, don't bother because your troops are going to get smashed to pieces inside those towers. So personally, I just like to rush the wall with my infantry and clear it with my archers. Clear the walls with my archers and my dragon fire. Well, I'll show you. I'll shut up and I'll show you. Try and go for one wall, one tower. I think that'll still clip them there. So maybe we'll just.
It shall be done. Archers, loyal.
Sending up that bit of the wall. Hopefully, we'll take some of the arrow fire away from the troops. Let's get those guys hidden away. We don't want them being shot by the towers. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Charge!
Spearmen. Azar, advance. Without question.
Okay, yeah, Imrik's getting targeted, but he's all good. So, because I have got this Vol's Anvil hammer, I can either try and whack out their tower or the bit of the wall. Now, we don't necessarily need to. I think what we're better off doing is taking out the towers, personally. I think the problem is you have to have troops on the wall to be able to blow it up. So let's do this one. There we go, that tower's down. Thank you very much, sir. Let's move you all over this way. Let's get in there, take out some of these archers, or at least stop them from firing. Imrik, kill that laddie yet?
Understood. Acknowledged. Loyal. For duty. Understood. It shall be done. Orders to see. Beware, enemy fire. To battle.
Alright, he's got 12 seconds till that's coming back, so let's get him off the wall.
Prince of Alpha. Azar.
Oh, that's some cut tiles. Oh, we've got one more of those. I think we can. Do alright.
Understood.
It's got 18. We're probably not going to get to use the next part of it. Oh, the gates are open. Let's get you in here. Lovely jubbly. Right, this is what I do. I'll put my spears, get them just to the bottom, let him stay on the walls, and then you can just use your archers to finish him off. Simples. I'll use this dragon breath to help finish off some of these guys. Oh, straight down. And some of the wall. That didn't go down too well.
Assyrian willing. Noble trick.
They're struggling a bit there. Let's get them off the wall.
Loyal. March. Spearmen. Defend in order. Spearmen. We away.
Let's go speed this up now. Let's get this cavalry inside. That's safe to do so. What we've got here? Archers. Turn up chariot. We're at minute 6, let's see if we can get it done under a minute and 10. It's going to be tricky. Oh, we've got some spears here. They're quite low on hit points, so let's see if we can charge them out. It's normally not a good idea to charge your cavalry into spears, well, unless it's from the rear. But they're pretty low on morale, etc., so I think they might get away with it. Mister, can you deal with this? Who is it? It's a hero. Come on, get him. Get him finished. Tell you what, this is quite a stubborn game. They're taking ages to die. I think it's because we're on legendary. But come on, we know we've won. You should just let us get on with it, please. Imrik, have you killed him yet? There we go! Alright, so 1 hour and 8 minutes. And Caledor has successfully expanded the lands of Caledor to the north, or into the east, western half of Uthen. So let's see on the next episode, I guess, if Tyrannot's got any answer to that. If they're going to come back and cause us trouble. Now they do hold a fortress gate, so if they've got an army stashed away up there, they're going to be quite difficult to
Glory to the king.
To dislodge.
Claim what is ours.
Now, what to do here?
You do not belong here.
That would be nice to have that. Let's do that.
An honour.
Yeah, then we get income straight away. Alright, jolly good. Province secured. Successful. Faction destroyed. Okay. Oh, you beauty. Elridian had already done it. That's great. Okay, so let's just recap here. What have we done? We made friends with these guys. We've expanded our own lands quite nicely. So let's upgrade that. Probably going to get a rebellion again in a few turns. Now what we could do is go for this, would allow us to build either bolt throwers, or we could go for cavalry, or we go for public order. Decisions. I think we expand here, that will allow us to build public order here, and in here we can try and go for that. The question is, let's go for this first, or do we go for a fire mage? Oh guys, help me out. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Prince of Elfwa.
Maybe I should just let's just do Dragonhorn. This is really good. This kind of boosts the healing actually of the and the morale of the entire army. So we'll definitely go for that. And we should probably try and make friends with Elria, otherwise they're going to give us some problems. Let's have a look. They don't. Oh, we're improving, but they don't like us at the minute.
State your business quickly.
Safari.
Welcome, traveller.
Trade agreement.
Your will is done.
Yeah, that's good. Trace.
I speak for the Phoenix King, and I bid you welcome.
They're going to be friends, aren't they? Yeah, they're friends. So that's another one of Mixu's lords. Safari Bahanes, another one of Mixu's lords.
The Shadow Crown weighs heavily on my head. Do
Let's
not
get you. Let's be thanks for you, mister.
no victory.
No. See, we've got the mod that makes him a bit older.
This serves Nagaris.
Bit of grey hair going on.
Yes.
And Avalon.
Welcome to the court of the Everqueen.
You bet.
Isha forbids it.
We'll be with Imrik instead of Tyrion.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Okay, so
What?
who the column is?
Weakness a friend. On it.
Don't forget trade with them in the next one.
The performance will stop.
Maybe you should get peace
For
with
you
these
are at
guys.
the mercy of Noctilus.
This is futile.
I have brokered with storms. This has my approval.
Just one less to worry about, and he's probably going to come up and pay us a visit. So I think, okay, this is what we're looking at for the next episode, guys. That's coming over here, taking out Skeggy, and taking out as our own lands. That could be nice. There's a buff building here, and then what do we go straight north? Do you know what? I'm thinking we go straight north and take the sword, Art of Cain, take the sword. Think what mischief we can get up to on that with the Sword of Cain so early on. So let me know, guys. Let me know what you think we should do. Should we push north and take out the Dark Elves? I think that would be awesome. But yeah, let me know, and I will take your direction and feedback on board. And we've got a bit of money now, so we can probably recruit some more troops. So yeah, let me know what you think we should do. What should we be building here? Should we build that? Should we get rid of some of these and put in some public order? Or do we just accept that there's going to be public order issues? Yeah. Let me know what you think, guys. It's been a pleasure. This is Caledor Nation, logging off, and I'll see you on the next one.